Hello there, traveler, and welcome back to the world of Kymaticus, where through the roles we play, we spin our tale. This is our original D&D 5e session here on Forward in the Saves. I am Alexander, your weaver of tales, and as always, I am joined by my loyal companions, Tyler, John, Cassie, and Dylan. So, without further ado, hang up your cloak, grab a drink, and kick back as we dive into this chapter of Kymaticus.
No.
Okay. So, where we last left off. Hoplites, you're split up. You have been for a couple days now.
A hot minute.
Eldon, you are down south in Cane Isleguard, where your father lives, where Bessie lives, and where your son was just born. You're taking a little bit of time off before this inevitable meeting with the Emperor and all those things go down. So you continue your vacation. You went to the library, try to learn a little bit of extra new things, and we'll get back to that here soon. As for the rest of you, you were heading back down to the Kingdom of Serpent to talk with Wormbreaker and his son about your quest and its fulfillment and the new deal you have going on where the children of the North will be moved to Alvaron. So, on your way down, just like last time on your way up, you put up your Temple of the Gods to shield yourselves from any prying eyes, but Zasha came out, as she is wont to do when the gods cannot find her. You learned a lot about her. Zasha, an Aesir Prime that hasn't gone through what she called the understanding. Her understanding. But she also mentioned how where you're at right now, in this plane, she has no way to conjure magic or use anything magical. But, just on a whim, she did repair Hector's aged hand that has been there from the very beginning of this campaign, way before we were recording. Shocked that there is a source of some type of time magic that isn't Kymaticus, as she claims he's sealed away. The next morning, you walk out with her, shield her from the gods so that they cannot see, and she feels it. And just as she sees where this magical source is coming from, she can also sense a disturbance in time. Parallax, Godbreaker, they're here, and they're at the junction. So what will happen next depends. For Hector did talk to Godbreaker through a dream. And to see where that goes, we'll pick up here. So, she looks out. Nervous, knowing what this dilation in time means. She turns to you. What do you do?
All right, we should probably get you back inside.
Okay.
I'm gonna get as close as I can, but if I get too close, it'll go away. So just kind of make a hop for it.
She goes inside.
Okay. And I guess I'll whistle in because I can't use the bracelet or anything. I'm trying to keep this up because it's a high level spell and I kind of want to use it. Hey, problem? Maybe.
So, Circius and Hector, Rona needs you.
What's going on?
Parallax is here.
I knew this was the area.
How much do we want to bet he won't have a civilized conversation and have tea with us?
We could just not engage. I think that it's probably wise to not engage.
I agree. It would be best not engage, but we shouldn't pass up this opportunity to see what new friends he made. Can't just have Hector.
Should we
Ground
stop him
shakes.
from getting the junction, or just let him take it?
Just let him take it. Still needs a couple others, and we're at a disadvantage without Eldon here.
Not to mention, we do have one kind of stored away.
Right. So it won't hurt to at least not fight this battle. But we should definitely see what he has before he leaves. It won't take him long to kill the angels. Celestials.
All right. Well, I've still got this thing up. Not that I think you'd worry about it, but if you stay close, they can't scry on you.
Right.
What?
How long
Well, what are we doing with Zasha? We can't
She
take
can-
her
are in
there.
that temple?
Yeah, she can stay in the temple.
Are we sure that the future group won't be able to get in with any kind of dispel magic? Or knock down
Fairly.
the temple?
Yes.
Okay. I just want to make sure we're not leaving her in by herself and not be safe.
We'll make sure we can approach in a way to where they won't be able to get to the tower without going through us first. So if they get to the tower, no longer our problem.
All right. Lead the way.
Did she point out any kind of direction? Or did she look any kind of direction?
She looked in a specific direction.
I'm going to walk
So
that way.
pretty much straight where the temple's facing.
Okay, I'm heading that way then. As quietly as possible.
Okay. Who all is heading? Just you.
I think
Or
all three of
everyone?
us are
Okay.
staying close together. Unless anybody wants to stay, I guess.
No.
Figured all three of us and Josh is in the temple probably would leave.
Yeah.
I would take Ikaros.
Rona and Hector. Hector, do you take Icaros?
Always.
Do you take Abe?
I don't. Oh, I do have Abe. No,
You leave him.
I'm
Okay.
walking. Yeah.
All right. You guys walk out and go quietly. I need stealth checks. You did say you were trying to move quietly, yes?
I am, yes.
Okay. Hector, do you just want to like take off and if this is a separation?
I'm not trying to sneak. I'm trying to survey. I really think Hector.
So you
is
take
like
off.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So just Rona stealth check.
19.
Hector perception check.
It's the type of plate doesn't give me disadvantage.
Oh, it's still.
Uh-huh.
Oh, nice.
It's the
I thought it was just you didn't have to have a strength requirement.
It,
Oh, that's pretty sick.
I got a 28.
28. Wow. All right. So Hector, you take off into the sky and you look for
or something. I don't remember what it is, but yeah, no.
anything that is similar to what you've seen before with these anchor points. As you take off, Rona, you kind of slink low, stay as quiet as possible. You move fast enough in the beginning because you know that you're not close enough, but you begin to take off, heading up a slope. Hector, you take Icarus up into the sky. Rona, you watch him disappear over the top of the slope. Hector, you will see them first. And as you look down, first you see Godbreaker. In fact, let me change the music up for this because this is actually going to be a little intense. So, yeah. So pretty.
Why'd you have to ruin such the nice?
So, as you take off, the first thing that you see when you look down is Godbreaker. He grabs an angel by the leg that looks like it was just trying to fly away, and he slams it into the ground. He steps forward, holds the hammer out over the head, and lets go. Beside him, you see Parallax. As one begins to take off, Parallax points to the sky, and a spell that you've seen many a times over, Disintegrate, is cast. First, the angel's wing, and then its body, and then all that's left is just the tip of its hand as it reaches out for Lathander before that, too, disintegrates. And then you see it. A large monstrosity of sorts. It looks like a mass of slime and tentacles as it kind of wriggles around in this snowy area. It has 3 angels in its grasp, in different tentacles each. You can see at the end of it, there are these poisonous-looking tips, but it doesn't look so much as poison as it does acid. Its head looks oddly new-formed. It holds one of these angels in one of its tentacles, and it brings the angel towards its face, and you watch it begin to engulf it. The mouth reaches over the angel's head, and as it pulls away, no more head. Beside him, one angel battles 2 feminine-looking characters. Hector, these you have seen before. One of them from a long time ago. The Oracle of Solar, the magical city that you found that had heritage of Eldon's lineage, or the magical city where Eldon has lineage that dates back to. The one that tried to kill you when
I remember her.
Belinda.
Yeah, Relinda.
Yeah.
You see her wielding 2 kind of curved swords. One of them looks shockingly like a moonblade. But the other one, she looks a little familiar from your height, or from how far you are. But what the only thing that helps you kind of identify who this character is what she is wearing and where you saw it last when Rona faced her aunt. Rosa Remior. Her face, however, has the mark of the devils, the tiefling, in this new form. They fight alongside Parallax, along with this giant monstrosity. The angels are finished. Rona, you get to the top of the slope at this point to watch the final angel in this monstrosity's grasp. Tentacles reach over the torso and reach around the legs, and it pulls and it rips it apart. The cats are running around crazy right now.
That's the angels in turn.
That's the,
it's pretty
that's the angels fighting.
Anticipation!
You see this, Hector. You're high up, and you see this. What do you do? I'll start with Rona.
Do I see Rosa?
You do. You see everything I described now.
Oh my gosh, I don't know what she would do.
Send an attack. It's the only way.
Down 2 party members. Rona, you can take all of them.
It's fine.
Throw down the scythe. So throw the scythe down there as a signal. Let it stick right in front of her.
Be the one to
Get
be the one to make the bad decisions. Be the
For
one.
once.
You can
For
do
once.
This. This is your moment, Cassie. Take it.
This is
Seize it.
Ah,
What do you do?
She will drop her anti-magic field or whatever, and she'll summon the harvester,
Harvester summon.
and she'll try to see if she can. She's toying with a good idea and a bad idea, so she's going to try to slink a little closer, but she's trying to do it quietly.
Okay, so where you stand right now at the top of this slope, if you move farther, you will begin to slide down into this bowl where they're kind of at. You're about as far as you can go with
Okay.
remaining unseen. Where they kind of dips down to is similar like it's been before. A space is brought into time, and it has kind of excavated this area,
Okay.
so to speak. So this slope goes down till it hits concrete that wasn't there before, or stone that wasn't there before. So if you start to approach, it will be very difficult to remain in stealth.
Okay, that's fine. Then I will, instead of moving, this is really dumb. I'm gonna send a message
Okay.
to Rosa.
Oh, okay. Didn't see that one coming.
1v1 me, quick scope
What,
lobby.
You want to die again?
you see the Vemiar crest on her breastplate. What do you do?
How are you here?
You watch the figure, and Hector, you'll see this too. She wields a sword and a shield, and as that message hits her, you both can see the shift. And she just kind of like looks up, looks around, then she starts to scan. Stealth check.
Okay. I wasted on that 20 earlier. It's okay.
Well, you weren't seen up to this point.
19 again.
19. She starts to scan. When you see that, you dip back down. Make sure the harvester's out of sight. You see her look around. You receive a message back. Come face me, dear. I'm ready to reclaim what is mine. She looks around. Hector, what do you do?
I'm familiar with Godbreaker's fighting style. So Hector's
Yes.
going to make a point to be watching pretty much watching how Rosa, Crazy Elf Mom, and Tentacle Monster fight.
Okay.
Pretty much.
So you got to see the brief fight that they just finished off when you were taking flight. So we'll start with Rosa. It seems that she plays a lot more defensively than she once did, wielding a shield and her long sword. From what you can tell, when she was fighting that angel, a lot of attacks on her were blocked. She used the shield not just as a defensive weapon, but also as an offensive weapon. And the more you look at her, and Rona, you'll see this too when you were scanning, her shield seems to have these protrusions on the sides, spikes almost. You're not sure what they are, what they do, but you don't see a lot of shields that way, not in a royal fashion. Moving on to Relinda of the Oracle of Solar. She pretty much what you've seen before. The dual blades, one of them a moon blade, another one like a short blade. She fights very dexterous, a lot of flips, a lot of dodging around. Her attacks quick and in succession of each other. But one thing that you definitely take note of, as much as Rosa blocked attacks in this fight, she's unscathed. And then Relinda with no shield to block, also unscathed. Now, as for this monstrosity that you see, a few tentacles that look like they have these acidic or poisonous or some type of volatile tip to it that you do not want to be on the receiving end of. Its mouth, wide with rows of teeth. It has a slimy appearance, but you do notice something the more that you look. There is a definite, almost discoloration between the torso and the head. Somewhere going up the neckline, there seems to be a line that transforms into essentially a different color. As far as its fighting style, however, it is very primal. It ripped apart these angels as if they were nothing. And you can imagine fighting this thing, maybe range might be best. It seemed to have grappled those angels rather easily. So, on top of that, you've seen Hector's or Godbreaker's style already, and it seemed pretty much in line with what you've seen. Parallax, however, seems a little bit more into it, attuned into the moment right now. Nothing escaped this anchor point. It was only open a moment ago. The fight with these, however, 6 or 7 angels, you can't tell, ended rather abruptly. So, with all that information, Hector, what do you want to do?
I mean, I got everything that I could really scout for. There's really no taking the junction, so I'll just break off and go meet back up.
Okay. She scans. Did I tell you what the message was?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you do?
I'm going to send another one.
Oh, boy. Comes another
Bold
message.
and brash. Bold and brash.
Don't call me dear like you were some kind of family to me. How are you here?
Second chances are really something you should never pass up. Fight me. She looks around. She cannot find you.
I'm going to send another one. Step away from your generous benefactor and perhaps I might.
You hear this in your head as you do out loud. Fight me! She steps forward, just kind of opens up her arms like, are you not entertained?
Okay.
She looks around. Parallax turns over to her, and you can just barely hear Parallax from where you're at. Hector, you're a little bit too far to be able to hear the conversation. But Rona, you're close enough to hear it. Parallax turns to your aunt. They won't. They're down a member. And if you really want to see them, stay with me. You will. He picks up the junction and begins to walk back towards the group. On me. Hector, Godbreaker, you see, picks up the hammer and looks around up in the sky. Hector, Godbreaker sees you. You see him lift up the hammer, kind of put it on his back, too far away to be able to tell what type of facial expression he's making, but you can tell he kind of keeps a prolonged look onto you as he turns back towards Parallax. This monster, you watch Parallax turn to it, hold out his hand, and gesture towards himself, and you watch the monster just kind of almost like it's like tortured, forced towards him. As they kind of group up. Anything else, Rona?
I'm going to stand up and get to where they can see me, probably.
Oh.
You stand up on the slope. That's enough to be seen.
And I'll shout down.
What do you say?
After you.
As Rosa steps forward, she points the sword to you,
I'll point the harvester at her.
and you see her full tiefling form. Horns that kind of just curl up, almost like twigs. She is at the bad end of a deal right now. As she looks to you, she points the blade in your direction. She brings it back to her throat. Very slowly. She backs up. Parallax looks to you. No mask. He just gives you a stare for a moment. And you can tell your wisdom high enough. He wants you to try. And in a brief moment, all gone. They're out.
Face doing the weird thing.
No, it was not. And that, at least in that moment, it wasn't.
Interesting.
As he bamps out, the area quakes again. Hector, you're far enough to just barely feel it. So, Hector, Rona, what are we doing?
She'll kind of grip momentary reason, I suppose, and start running back towards the temple to get out of the area.
So during this, Circius, you were inside with Zasha. This is probably a whopping 5 to 10 minutes here. So Circius, while you're inside the temple, is there anything that you wanted to do or talk about with Zasha?
While I'd love to talk, Circius is gonna go full like control mode. Sasha, I know you just got out, but I need you to get back in the junction, and we gotta prepare in case we need to get out of here. And he's going to. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was gonna say he's going to start like tearing some cloth off of his body because I'm assuming there's no there's pen and paper in this, is there?
Well, if it was made in the temple, I mean, I would say you would have some on your person. You would have like a journal.
Okay. He's gonna write down like tower and lay it down on the table just in case he needs to teleport out. But if like I stay here, I can explain. Oh yeah, that was just to let you know I'm gone to the tower if I needed to get away.
Okay. You write it down, you wait, and anticipation, anxiety building. You're waiting for something to happen. And Zasha almost stands firm against you, like against your statement.
Atta girl.
She says to you, I didn't have magic before today. I didn't think I did, but if there is just that sliver of magic, I can actually help. I can be of use. If they come in here, I'm fighting with you.
I'm not making a plan to fight. I'm making a plan to run.
And I'm making a plan to defend myself. If they come in here, we'll be good.
What magic do you know? That we know that the enemy is strong. But we don't know the capabilities of your magic yet. Yes, I'd love to have your help once you know that, but right now I can't risk losing you.
They said that the Asia Prime's potential is unlimited. Only limited by what they learned through their understanding, so I'm kind of like a loose cannon, I guess.
Oh, wonderful.
Oh, perfect.
There's some aviators.
I don't know what all I can do, but I know I can do something, so I don't know. Do you think they're okay?
That's the thing, I won't know. And if they're not, then we're next to not be okay. I know Hector. And if he is taken down, we don't stand a chance. Especially if Rona's there healing him. They're a perfect combo. If he gets taken down, healed, and taken down again, we won't be able to survive this. That's why I'm developing a plan to run.
You hear movement outside the door.
Is there a peephole that I go through?
I don't think there's a peephole.
Actually, after the Gary incident where I wasn't sure who was at the door, I intentionally put a peephole the next time we did a temple. So yes,
Yeah, there is a peephole.
there's a peephole.
You looked at the peephole.
It's like bulletproof glass or whatever, but yeah.
Hector has landed in front with Icarus. You see Rona kind of behind, making her way up. You guys are all back together.
Okay.
Okay.
She's gonna, like-
I wasn't trying to shade you.
No, you're fine. Rona's probably gonna like burst through the temple and like slam the harvester into the table, like blade first.
Yeah.
Ooh. Big man.
What does
Please
it
roll to
matter?
split it.
There's no way she's
Roll to
strong enough to
split
split this
table.
table.
That's a tough blade. Go
A
ahead.
roll is a roll, baby.
Roll to hit.
Dice know.
Roll to hit.
Roll to
Okay.
hit.
The dice know.
Oh, it's my. Oh, okay, I remember. It's
Yeah.
my wisdom.
Come on.
Yes.
Okay, hold on. Sorry
Natural
for the
20.
anticipation
Yeah.
here. 26.
Yeah. Roll damage.
I was hoping to be a crit, boys. I ain't gonna lie. Just sunders
Yeah.
the table perfectly.
Okay. Does this table take wisdom damage? Like a rating damage?
It's a table.
Okay. 2d10. 1.
Can a table
Wait
take
a-
psychic damage?
It was living before.
Right.
Is that
Almost
also
throw
with
the
your
chair
extra
at me. Does
D8?
the chair take psychic damage?
No, I forgot about the d8. 9.
I guess.
10, 11. Plus a d8, right?
Yeah. No, it'd be an extra 2 to 8, I believe, because
Okay.
you
I believe you.
get it with
I don't remember.
life cleric thing.
Oops. 12.
Pretty cool. Like someone has a sentient weapon. They use a sentient
23?
weapon against me. It hurts.
Yeah.
Points of damage?
She walks in with the harvester. Just the table splits in half.
Yeah.
As it falls kind of inwards, all the food and everything on the table just goes into a pile in the center. Zasha on the other side of the table. Oh. What are you gonna say?
What does it
I'm glad I
matter?
didn't need to-
What
Tyler.
does it?
Hold on.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were talking to me. Sorry, I thought you were talking to me. Sorry. Cut that. Cut me out. I don't care. Get rid of me.
What do you?
Cut 'em. Cut everything.
Quiet.
Why are you still talking?
All right. Go ahead.
Why does it matter? Why do we kill? Why do we defend anybody? Why do we take out threats if it doesn't stick? What does it matter?
Glad we stayed here. Oh, dang it.
No, you're good, Tyler. Go ahead.
I'm gonna look at Zasha. I'm glad we stayed here. If she would have split the table with my note on it and we weren't, probably worry them.
Hector.
I'll look to Circius. Just Parallax's new allies are Rosa and Rolinda, along with some weird tentacle covered monster. Exactly sure. Something grafted together. Obviously, but besides that, I don't know.
Well, the creature I'm not sure about, but the others we could handle, right?
Rolinda. Oh, Rosa. She's already killed, so she can't be that difficult again. Rolinda, I don't know. Didn't really experience so much fighting her.
Was I able
Can't
to
be
see
that
from the
strong.
distance I was at to see that Rosa and Rolinda had not taken any damage?
Yeah. They seem. Yeah. Yeah. I'll say yeah.
She'll like kind of whip around, I guess. Just because we killed Rosa once doesn't mean we're gonna be able to do it again. She didn't look hurt. None of them looked hurt.
The ability to heal, or maybe Parallax did his thing where he held them still and they beat them to death. We don't know. We saw the end of a fight. We can't base anything off of that. It's nice because we know we're fighting. At least we have something to go off of. I mean, of course, Parallax is going to pull somebody that was going to bother you the most. That's what he does. You'd be used to that by now.
Oh, right. My bad. Just should, yeah, right. And she's gonna kind of walk out of the temple.
As you walk out, Circius, you watch as Zasha kind of holds her hand. She's been kind of holding her hand out this whole time. You watch the table reverse in time and get set back to the way it was before Rona came in. See?
Keep practicing. But we're not there yet. So, Hector, tell me more about this monstrosity. What is it now?
That's going to be the greatest enemy out of the three of them. It looks like something was decapitated and something placed an octopus on top of its head.
So it fights like a beast that's kept in line with a whip. It's not an intelligent creature. Okay, well, he brought back someone from your past, Rolinda, and brought back Zasha from Rona's past. I wonder what this beast could be. He mentioned that it would be people that we have fought for, or fought against, or enemies of ours. So what is this beast to us?
Well, apparently not. It's an aquatic creature. It's covered with something from the sea that's obviously been decapitated. Not a whole lot of things we fought that fit that role.
Oh, that.
Even if it's not him, it's something using his body.
I had a completely different image than what this actually was. Okay, but now I get it. Well, that's not good to have him back. Or something using his body, but we'll figure it out.
I guess
Well,
the other thing is, looking at what he's taken, it's also safe to assume that these aren't creatures from another timeline, but could be the ones from ours. We should find a way to message Rolinda to figure that out or not. Our Rolinda. Because if this is our Rolinda, then that means this is our Rosa that he pulled from the hell and ours. So I know it doesn't mean much, but it's just the fact that no longer alternate timeline versions of what we're fighting, but actual ones from all.
I think you're right. And that's the scariest part, is that if they're from our timeline and he brought back Rosa and whatever this tentacle guy is now, then what's to stop him from doing it again and again and again?
Looking at what we're fighting, it's also going to be difficult because we're no longer fighting different. Everyone we're going up against now, it's fast and fights close. It's going to be difficult for us.
Yeah.
If I could speak up. One more junction, right?
Yes, there's one more left in the anchor point.
If there's only one more junction left before I guess the sepulcher, that's one chance to whittle them down. So that way you stand a better chance in the fight that really matters.
It's a dangerous idea, though, because last time we tried that, Eldon died.
Maybe it's enough
yeah,
time
kill
to
him
be able
then.
to plan. Enough time to plan and find out whatever the source that there's something else. There is. I felt it when I healed your hand, and I brought it back to the time that you are, and there's another source. There's something else out there. I don't know what it is. It's not a junction point. I can't feel that until it's in time, but there's something else here I think that we should explore.
Something else. Like the artifact related to the shard. Know what
Yes.
you're talking about?
Yes. I don't know if it's an artifact or a rip in time and a tear to actual Kymaticus or not. I don't know. Or even a tear in time to Avelium. It could be anything. But there's something that is giving me a flow of actual time magic. There's something. I don't know what it is. I only have a direction, and it's that way. And she points pretty much directly east.
We've been needing to go there. Anyways, we'll make our way after a few more stops and investigate what it is you're feeling.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay. Rona, you stormed outside.
Yeah. Probably just taking a walk somewhere.
Take a walk.
Probably away from the time disturbance.
You hear footsteps start to approach from behind you. You turn, Abe. When you turn, he stays back, just kind of looking at you.
Steps.
I'm not gonna hurt you.
Comes up to you. And just, he wants to be there.
I'll just kind of scritch him and keep walking.
Okay. You take a walk to cool off. And while all this is going down, way down south, we have Eldon Roland.
Because I'm way down south having a bunch of good time.
What are we doing?
Way down
Let's
yonder
see.
in Chattanooga.
Was it the start of a new day?
This would be
We woke
the
up
start
that
of a new
morning.
day. Yeah, this
Mhm.
is the start of a new day.
Eldon would have definitely had some breakfast with everybody. In the manor, at least. He would have breakfast with everybody. Kind of just spend the morning catching up, seeing what everyone's up to for the day, and then gonna hit the library again.
Okay. You head out. Probably around 10 to 11 a.m. You head out. Head to the Kane Algard Library. You are there. What are you looking for?
Trying to see what demons we might encounter, or if there's like a classification system where it's like, you definitely don't want this one. This one you can kick around like an imp.
Okay. Roll me an investigation check.
20 total.
20 total. You look around. There is one book titled Demonology. It comes in a couple of different volumes. As you're looking through it, you find it seems to be kind of a take on what the different areas are in the abyss, and it's believed that they could be infinite. It's believed that the abyss can go on infinitely. As chaos creates new minds, new monsters, new godlike demons are forged, and there is no answer to how many places there are. But The current ones that you do know of, Baphomet being one of them, really the only one that you're really focused on. He is one of the most powerful demon lords there are. You find that pretty apparent as you go through this book of demonology. You kind of find the area in the section in the book that talks mostly about Baphomet, the endless maze, and so on and so forth. This book doesn't really so much tell you about how to fight them. Mm-hmm. For your searching, there isn't a book quite like that. But this does kind of give you a little bit of insight onto some things that might actually really be well against certain demons. Radiant energy being one of them. And it's a little bit of a sigh of relief because you know your party well. Radiant energy works wonders against devils and demons alike. And as you are going through this book, you find something actually rather interesting. You find a page, and on it says Crown of Madness. Crown of Madness is then underlined, and a line is drawn from Crown of Madness out kind of to the side of the page, where it writes, this one is all it says.
Okay.
And
does it seem like an unofficial sidebar note?
Yeah, it's unofficial. Someone wrote in this book.
Okay.
What do you do?
I'm gonna see if I can find a book about a Crown of Madness then. Also see if there's a book about like a possible hero, the equivalent of Thesis in our world.
Okay. Roll me an investigation check. What did you get?
I got a 17 for the investigation check.
All right. 17. You cannot find anything really of that sort. However, as you are going back to that book, you left it open on that page that said Crown of Madness. Underlined, a squiggle off to the side that points to someone's note saying this one. You sit back down at this library table. You look at it, and just as you're about to close it, you see that the page reflects light differently. The page to the left, as the light would hit it in this library, it doesn't really bounce back, but on the right, it almost has a little bit more of a reflective nature on the side where the note is. Mm-hmm. And where you see the writing saying this one, underneath it is a bar kind of that slightly more reflective area on that page. What do you do?
As dumb as it sounds, can I try to reach into the book and grab the metal bar and
metal bar?
Yeah, you said it was something like a reflective bar. I'm gonna try to reach it.
So what I mean by that is when you open the book, you have the page.
Mm-hmm.
All your writing's right here. That note's written off on the side of the page.
Yeah.
Just underneath that, it's a little bit more reflective than the rest of the paper.
Like it's got like a coating on it or a sticker or something that's reflecting light.
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab the tin and just see if I can pull it back or see if I can.
It looks like it's like on the page. As you're trying to peel that little reflective coating off, it doesn't go.
Can I look at the word Crown of Madness through the reflection?
No, it's off to the side. The area that says Crown of Madness is not reflective.
I make like an intelligence roll to figure out what to do because I'm kind of stumped on. Can't peel it. Can't like tilt it a little bit.
Make an intelligence roll.
You can do it, John.
19 total.
19.
No, John can't. That's why I immediately went, can I just roll?
So you look at it. The writing where it says this one, underneath it is not reflective. It doesn't have that nature on the paper. However, as you kind of look at it, just something crosses your mind. You're not sure why. It almost looks like there's something there to cover up something.
Oh, this is like National Treasure where you gotta put like lemon juice on it or like heat it up and then you can read it.
I think
Now
they
the
just
trick is you put
whiteout
like
on
another
it.
page. You put like another page above it, and then you use like a charcoal like swab, and you like lightly scrub it so that way the indentation.
Oh yeah. Do like a transfer. Mm-hmm.
All right. Eldon, what do you do?
Totally did.
Seeing as this this kind of stands out a little bit more than the rest, I'm gonna rub my fingers across this one and see if there's like a different indent or anything I can
There's
tell.
not really a different indentation on it. It's relatively flat.
Is there anyone around me in this library?
Not close enough to know what you're doing.
Okay. I'm gonna use a finger and kind of just get a spark going on it. Bring it like close to the page. Not enough to where it's like but just enough to be like, come on, heat.
Trying to heat it up.
Yeah, just trying to heat transfer.
You watch it begin to fade away.
All right.
You watch as this coating that was placed here covers up a message. So, underneath this one, you see, is the one that I have.
Oh.
Auction in Amarith. Every other last day of the week. Look for the eye. Yours. And you just see.
It says yours. Is it spelled Y-O-R?
Yeah, no, it's yours is in like the
Yours truly.
yeah, like
Oh.
the ending of a letter,
Okay.
ending of a note.
I also
yours,
thought it was
comma,
like
and then
eye
you
of
see.
yours.
Yeah,
that's
where
why.
I
That's why I
went.
immediately was like, "Can I get a spelling on this one, please, and thank you."
Look at it as a sentence.
I'd like to thank my conscience for giving me the idea to produce some flame towards this.
It
Thank you very
says-
much. It is amazing.
Nice,
Smart.
bud.
At the end of it, it says yours, comma, F.
Just F.
Just F.
Oh yeah, that guy.
Anything else?
Is the demonology book written by the same guy as the book that the Abyss was written about?
Oh, no,
for the
it'd be a
portals?
different guy.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure because that seemed a little too particular. As odd as it sounds, I want to see if there's any research on the Moonblade or anything about how one might be made or just the history of it in this library.
Roll me a history check. Or roll me a investigation.
I'll take history any day of the week now. That's an 11.
11. You're looking at these Moonblades are so obscure. You cannot find any information on it. As you put the demonology book back,
I would actually try to put this in the bag.
trying to walk out with it.
I mean, yeah.
All right. Theft. Roll sleight of hand.
19.
19. Slide it into your bag real fast. I don't think anyone saw you.
What are they going to do? Question me? Excuse you, I'm a H.O.P.L.I.T.E. This is for official world-saving research.
That's 5 silver.
Excuse me, sir. This is official world-saving research out here. It's really about it in the library that I can think about.
Okay. Where's Eldon's day take him next?
As dumb as it sounds, I want to try to find maybe something like a boxing ring. Or
You know
something
where the fight? Well, no, that fighting ring is Cane Umbra.
Yeah, just try to find a fighting ring of something. Just keep the skill sharp.
Okay.
maybe earn
Wants
some
to go
side
bully
cash.
people.
I mean, let's be honest, kind of.
Pocket
All right.
change.
You look for something back up north, as a down south. Someone is just having a good old little bit of vacation, little vacation day,
Vacation.
a little bit of research,
Excuse you, I'm
a
saving
little
the
bit
world
of
out
little
here.
bit of fisticuffs just to sharpen and hone his skills. Up north, you had a really close run-in with something really bad, but the day has begun. The threat of Parallax popping up and this anchor point being a point of interest is now past. It is gone. However, the threat of those that are involved now looms over pretty heavy. But you all continue south. Zasha goes back into the junction. Before we do that, is there anything that anyone wanted to say or do? When we left off, Rona, you were taking a walk. Upset.
I probably would have kept this walk to a minimum 5-10 minutes at the most because we got stuff to do. So she'll start to head back towards the front door of the temple when she thinks everyone should be ready, and she'll dispel it and go.
All right. Hector?
Yeah, I'll just get everything ready, prep Icaros, and get everybody ready, and just ask Tyler whenever he's ready, do his thing.
All right, Circius.
Circius.
We're going to the mansion. How long will that take us? Because I still need to meet at the tower with Alistair.
If you can just take me to the Wormbreaker hold, I can do what I need to within an hour, and you can head towards your. Have those wizards teleport you, so don't waste more of your magic.
Yes, that works too. All right. If everyone's ready, and I'll cast it at 7th level. It's not
Right.
used the 8th level yet.
Teleport for Circius, Hector, Icaros, Rona, and Abe. Take you to where you first teleported after the Eye of Yor, yes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wormbreaker.
Okay.
Wormbreaker.
So, you pop up in that familiar, beautiful view that's kind of high up on a little bit on the side of the mountain. Or, where was that view at?
What do you mean?
There.
Wormbreakers?
Castle Wormbreaker?
Yeah. Was that on the back of the...
It was in a very top tower. It was a very open
Top
room.
tower, so it
Because we
was.
had
That's
to
right.
descend down open stairs with high winds, and the guards did not seem phased about the walk.
Okay, so that's right. You pop back up. You pop back up in that familiar place, that tall tower where it was very open. Everyone there, you see a couple of guards turn. Oh, look, they've returned. Watch one kind of walk up to you. Got kind of a pretty big spear, or pretty long. Bleh, can't words right now. Yeah. He's got a pretty big shield and a tall spear as he walks up to you. Comes up to maybe, your abdomen, Hector. Looks up to you. How was it?
Not the problem. Children in the north won't be bothering you again.
Now I've got insider information. Good. Go on. He kind of gestures down the stairs, the way you're supposed to go. He just seems like he wanted to know what was going on before Wormbreaker found out.
I'm happy to oblige.
You guys begin to descend the stairs. It's a little tight for Icaros, but he's fine. And upon your descension, is that a word? Descension?
Mm-hmm.
Descent is better.
Descent? Yeah.
Upon sent into madness.
You descent into the crown of madness.
We've already descended into there.
Oh!
Everyone has to do
Relevant.
something with descent. Okay, guys. As you descend from the tower, you hear a monstrous quake. monstrous quake. And you look forward over to the north, kind of past the tower or past the castle of Wormbreaker Castle. And you look past and you see an eruption. A massive worm
Oh, no.
has broken free from the ground. And you immediately hear the war horns of Castle Wormbreaker sound. The guy that just sent you down, he walks over, looks out. Oh, that's not good. And runs over to this massive horn and just... And once that sounds, you hear another one sound and another one sound. The alarm sounded that there's definitely a problem on the horizon. What do the three of you do?
Is it easier to fly to this location?
Definitely.
I'm pulling out Rex, and I'm not hesitating.
Okay. You pull out Rex and you take off. Hector.
Hector's gonna be like, we need to get to Wormbreaker and prepare the defenses. Circius, get on! And he's gonna hawk on Icarus.
I can fly.
I can fly faster.
All right, he'll hop on. Fair enough.
As you hop on,
Bird
you
up.
guys take off and are approaching this massive worm. You fly past the castle and you can see massive ballistas on the castle just begin to turn in the direction of this worm as it starts to make its way towards the city. You watch as it came out and then dug back into the earth. And almost like a dolphin, it kind of comes back out of the earth again, and it is now heading south towards Wormbreaker Castle. But more importantly, it seems like it's almost heading directly for where you are.
That's what I figured. I would like to, if I could, kind of, when I start to get closer, guide it kind of away from
Yeah.
civilization. That would be optimal.
You begin to kind of branch off towards the west, and you can see the worm just kind of follow you. But as it goes down once more, it's down there for a moment. What do you do?
I'm sending a message to Velzan. Are you dead?
You do not hear a response.
Wow.
Great.
And you watch as the worm crashes up through the surface once more, trying to get a bite of you, but you see it fall short and then fall. Land on the surface of the earth, seemingly dead. What do you do?
I'm gonna start spiraling down to actually see if it is dead.
You very hesitantly just make your way down. It does not move anymore. It seems to be still. Hector?
I think the broom can outpace Icarus by a good bit. I don't know if I'm still trying to catch up or not.
No, the burn's only 50.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay. So yeah, Icarus can move it.
But yeah, you guys
I just want to
hover over this.
Shadowed Rona.
Okay. As you follow Rona, do you land at some point or?
Yeah, I'm gonna land. I'm searching for my people, the
Okay.
people I knew who were chasing this thing.
You land and you kind of look towards the north where this thing crawled out of the earth. And as you begin to, you're about to kind of mount back up to head up there when you hear movement of the worm, the Golhonna Worm. You look back and you see a little bit down its body, just one of its scaly plates just kind of bulge out briefly. And then you see
Oh my
a
god.
fist
Yeah. it
with
tracks.
a glowing spiked morning star poke through, covered in guts and blood and everything nasty. You just see the as it goes back in. See two arms just and start to break this outer shell as you watch Ezekiel step forth. He walks out covered in slime. He looks over to you. Says, "Oh, H.O.P.L.I.T.E.S." And he sees Hector. Hector.
Thank you.
How's he flirting with that guy?
Hi.
Good to see you out here in the north.
It's nice to see you all too. He's like wipes slime off of him, and then you hear as the lion, his winged golden lion, kind of crawls out as well.
Oh my gosh, that thing ate you both?
Yes, I know. Come here, my friend. Yes. It was a decision of ours to attack it from the inside. This, he ignites his Morning Star and gives it a solid whack on the outside, and nothing. Seems to be quite impenetrable from the outside. But the leader of the Golden Lions is smarter than your average worm. Anyways.
Where's Velzan?
Velzan. Oh. Before I injected myself into this, yes, he was fighting his father. He challenged him. Duel of Ancient Rule. And I...
How long ago?
5 minutes, something like that.
It
feels like it's been a long time in there, honestly. Come this way. He hops on the Golden Lion, and the three of you, if you're gonna follow him, kind of take off after him. And you can still hear the war horns calling in the back. But as you head towards the opening where this worm has crashed through, the first one, you watch, and you can see just a figure start to walk out, followed by a small army. Ezekiel goes down to land. And you do see Velzan. Beaten, cut, bloodied, and limping towards you. But as he makes his way to you, you land. It's almost like a moment of silence. You stay quiet for a moment as Velzan makes his way up to you. When he gets to you, that limp turns into just a little fall, and he goes to his knees in front of you.
Oh. I'll heal him.
Kymaticus is yours. And he hands you the crown of his father. The crown which you've seen him wear forever ago when your infiltration into the Maw.
Mm-hmm.
All of it is yours. It is over. The rebellion has won. And I am very, very tired. With his newly healed body, he stands up. Sees you, Hector, and you, Circius. How is everyone doing?
One.
You know a day in the life of us.
Good.
It's ever changing.
There's a big tunnel underneath here.
Mm-hmm.
Shouldn't cause any damage. They were digging straight for you. They knew where you were. But they're dead now. They're gone. It's done. He looks to the south, towards Wormbreaker Castle. You can see a small army of dire bears riding towards you. In the front, leading them, the glorious King Wormbreaker.
Igros, what's here?
You take off with Icaros, Circius, and Rona.
I think Rona's gonna stay.
Okay.
with Valzan.
I imagine Circius is just like unexpecting that Hector's gonna make the turn, and as soon as Icarus just jumps out, he falls off.
Icarus, you fall off. Or not Icarus, Circius. Circius, you fall off Icarus, and Ezekiel walks over to help you up, and as he helps you up, you get covered in worm guts. He helps you up. It's like, there you go.
Thank you.
Gives you a pat on the back. Anything for a friend. Where do you think Hector's going? It's magnificent when he flies, isn't he? Just kind of watches him sail to the south. So Hector, you fly south and you go to meet Wormbreaker. And you see.
Said, I hate to see you go, but I love to watch you leave.
As Drundal Wormbreaker leads an army of some looks like about 200 dire bears to the north. How are you doing this? Are you landing to cut them off? What are you doing?
On the platform, I'd imagine there's probably not room for my bird. So I'm gonna actually jump off. Like when I get close, I'm gonna jump off Icarus and use my angelic thing to. I'm just gonna land on the platform.
So to land on the dire bear of Drundal's.
Yeah, just so I can kind of beat him.
You kind of fly around and kind of you turn around to be with them to make the jump easier for yourself. As you get closer, Wormbreaker looks up. He has a massive hammer. He looks up. Hector! What's going on? And as you jump down, he the army keeps moving, but you do land on the dire bear of his. He turns to you. What is going on, Hector? An infiltration of Carverat, finally. I knew it.
And alternate evil Hector would just like light his halberd and be like, kill them all, but it's all right, Drundal. They're actually a friend of ours. You can stand down, they're no harm.
Do you not see the worm that they brought into our place?
That was the enemy that they were fighting. But it's dead.
You see that he's rather confused. To the right of his bear, you see Hammock, Wormbreaker, his son, Prince Hammock, listening to what you are saying. Then who are they, Hector?
You heard our insurrection into Carverat sparked a rebellion. That's our side winning.
You watch Hammock just kind of processing everything that's going on, but Drundal's just... It looks like he still wants to show off, almost, is how it comes across. He doesn't call them off. He stays focused right now. But over back with you, you watch Valzan kind of still very exhausted. They're not slowing down. And then you see Ezekiel. Golden lions on me. And you watch just from the inside of this hole where they're all coming out, you just see like a swarm
Ugh, gross.
of golden lions just come out and just kind of land behind him. He looks to you. Just for defense.
You're really gross.
You watch Devmar, the bugbear general of this rebellion army, gonna come up, stand next to Valzan, put a massive hand on his back, and just, you did good.
You all did good.
This isn't our last stand. It won't be our last stand.
No, it won't.
Be ready for anything. And you watch this, whatever amalgamation of these weird, just very exhausted looking people. It's just shield, sword, shield, spears, everything. Get ready just in case this does not go their way. As you look forward, nearing about 1,000 feet, the hard-headed King Drundal Wormbreaker still continuing.
All right.
Hector
Ezekiel.
Stoneborn behind him.
Right.
What are you going to say?
No, that's good. You're good. You're good.
There they are, traitors.
Drundal says to you, Hector, as he continues forward. We can end Coverot here, Hector. We can end them all. They fight amongst themselves, they end here. This could be it. Are you with me? Seems really happy.
He's having a really good day.
Oh, no, that's a horrible idea. What are you talking about? Those are our friends. I'm not going to stab a friend in the back.
He kind of goes forward. You see him stop for a minute. It's like, just keeps on moving. And then you watch Hammock behind. They're friends, Hector.
Yes. There's also 2 hoplites down there.
You watch Hammock just a little bit faster on his bear. And then he cuts him to the left. As he starts to ram into his father's dire bear. These elephant-sized bears and cat. Hello.
Hello, Sam.
Just a size notice for the audience on how big these dire bears really are.
Sam-sized.
Yeah, Samwise the cat. As he rams his dire bear into his dad's. Come on. Before you topple everything, I'll move things for you.
Go, 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 go.
He rams his dire bear into his dad's, and Hector, you kind of grab on to anything you can of this kind of makeshift platform on top of these dire bears, and you hold on, and Drundal is forced to start to slow down. The rest of the army follows suit, and Hammock fails his dex save.
Oh,
And with that kind of collision, he kind of falls forward off of these dire bears.
Oh my god, is he about to get trampled? Does he look like he's about to get trampled?
And it's looking bad for a second. Icaros is just kind of staying flying up above you. Hector, what do you do?
That's what I was thinking. I was gonna. I don't remember the name of the command. But
Well, if you don't know the command, it doesn't happen.
yeah.
It's messed
Hector
up.
remembers.
He does. Yeah.
Yeah, Adora. That's what it is.
As you so go ahead, say it.
Hicros Adora.
And Icaros just kind of flies forward, disappears just beyond the dire bear just for a moment. And you see him kind of dragging for a moment Hammock Wormbreaker off from the ground up and towards you guys. It's all happening as they're moving really fast towards you.
I'm going to turn around to Ezekiel. Stay with me.
All right. He holds the Morning Star out and it kind of ignites with those radiant spikes. He's ready for anything if something.
I'm going to
needs
mount
happen.
Rex, the broom, and I'm going to try to meet Icaros halfway because I just saw this guy fall. I'm not sure if he's dead or not.
Ezekiel hops on his golden lion Asher and stays by your side, and you go forward to meet this, right? As you head forward, you watch as Hammock Wormbreaker rams into his father's, and he tumbles off quickly. Hector, like maintaining his own balance, points down. You can hear him shout. You watch Icaros fly forward, just grab Hammock just in time before he gets trampled. And he kind of drags him for a moment before kind of skating up, heading straight towards you. However, that dire bear that Hammock was riding falls. And the one that Drundal and Hector is on trips. Hector, dexterity saving throw.
dire bear pile up.
Oh, can't hear you, Dylan.
Drundal gets +6, by the way.
21.
Come on, critical fail. Oh, I got a 22.
22. The two of you, whoosh, so they kind of fly forward, and you try to brace yourselves. As you go, the bear kind of already trips. He already hits the ground while you're still up in the air. And as the two of you land, you kind of roll and, save some damage. But both Drundal and Hector take 6 bludgeoning. You'll get them back and around. And as you land, the rest of the dire bears or the riders see what's going on, and they kind of slow down because they don't want to trample their king. But as they land, Hammock is dropped in front of you. As Icaros, well, actually, no, you're flying to him. Hammock is kind of dropped in the center of between you and whatever's going on over here with Hector and Drundal. And as he's dropped,
I'm beelining it, right for him.
Yeah, you go right towards Hammock. Ezekiel, Golden Lion, right there as well. And Hector, as you land next to Drundal stands up with his hammer. He looks back towards all the dire bears that are just kind of waiting as the two that got trampled up or tripped up or kind of getting back up, a little bruised. Drundal looks back towards his army, back towards everyone else. He sees his son stand up next to Rona and this paladin on a lion with wings. And Circius, who you would be with... Where Circius get left behind?
I feel like he would have said, I'm not getting in the middle of this, and flown up to get a vantage point. He's also like keeping time to make sure. He's like, I'm not missing my meeting, am I?
Okay, you fly up to
Circius
get
has got the sundial. Be like,
Circius,
On the clock.
you're a good bit above this going on right here, and from a higher vantage point, you can really see how close these two got to kind of colliding, and you watch as Ezekiel and Rona and Hammock now getting up and catching his breath. Icaros flies back around towards Hector and lands behind you, Hector, as you get up next to Drundal. Drundal, hammer out, ready. Hector! Look! We could... Do you not remember the war? Do you not remember everyone that died?
And that's over. It's over. There's no more enemies. You don't have to make more, Drundal. You don't have to make more people die.
You hear footsteps come up behind you as Velzan approaches. What do you think they're talking about?
Well, Hector's probably talking him down, and Drundal's probably not listening.
He looks over to Hammock. The Hammock's in front of him. Wormbreaker. And Hammock stands up. Sorry, I don't know what house you hail from. He looks down. House Iso. Wormbreaker goes, oh. Don't worry. The bad one's dead. You have a new queen now. And you watch Hammock go, oh. Just kind of grasping the situation for a moment.
I'll just kind of like hold out the crown that's, I guess, still in my hand.
You turn and you see everything going on with Hector and Drundal right now. Are you really going to keep this from me, Hector? A chance to actually end for good. You've heard the talks of war. You've heard the Carverati spies sneaking into our country. It's happened for at least 10 years now. And now, our chance, right here. If we don't stop them now, what kingdom will fall next? What walls will fall? What families will die? He holds up his hammer and he looks kind of towards that direction. He sees Hammock. And they've got my son now. What do you do?
Knock him out. Do it. He won't.
Hit him one time real hard.
I'm gonna
Pray
walk
for
up
a
there,
crit,
I'm
pray
I'm
for a
switch
crit.
the halberd hand. I'm gonna put my hand on his shoulder, and I'm gonna use the halberd to point. I'm gonna say, Drundal, there will be no wars. There's no more spies. Alvaron's over. Look, you see her? That's the Cavalrati Queen now. He's a hoplite. Alvaron belongs to hoplites. If you start a war with them, you start a war with us.
Queen! Queen! How?
Long story. But I have no
Kind of-
reason to lie to you.
Kind of simultaneously, when Hammock looks to, he says, how?
It's kind of a long story. I'd be more than happy to divulge really everything, but he's gotta stop.
He looks we're back to Hector and Drudal. As you're trying to talk him down, you hear one soldier shout out from the Dire Bear army. Orders, my lord, what do we do? Drundal just listening to you. He looks down. I need you to roll me a persuasion check, Hector.
At best, 20. All right.
20?
Yeah.
Ah! Throws the hammer down. I'll give them a chance, Hector. If they say one word wrong, the Emperor will have my head. Let's go. Kind of picks his hammer back up in a fit, starts to walk towards Rona and Hammock and Velzan and Ezekiel. And as they're approaching, these signs of this 100-year war that hasn't really talked in a long, long time, it's happening. So as Drundal and Hector walk up to you, Velzan, Ezekiel, and Hammock, both Hammock and Drundal are kind of looking at each other confused. As Drundal approaches, he seems kind of upset with his son for the little trick he pulled back there. But Hammock looks to you first, Hector. What is going on? A queen? Looks back to you. Of Kavarot. And you hear Velzan say, yes. You may call her your majesty. You may call her liege. You may call her. And then Ezekiel says, hey. Go ahead, Rona.
I suppose I should start with an apology. This information's very sensitive. And I'm putting my trust in the two of you, and I'm gonna look between Hammock and Drundal that this doesn't go to the wrong ears yet.
Hammock looks around. The Dire Bear is just waiting. You see a couple of them like scraping on the ground to like just ready to charge. Father, call off your army. We must have a more civil discussion than out here where everyone can see. The worm needs to be explained. The Emperor will hear about that soon.
Well,
It's a good thing that you felt it, huh? Well, actually, that was me.
it was.
But it's a good thing that she... Can you teach him, please? It's the only way we're going to keep this quiet.
Right.
You were never here. I will take them back. He looks to his father. Please be ears, not mouth. He walks away, back towards the dire bears. Drundal looks to you, annoyed, impatient. So what do you say?
You should know that this information is fairly new. I thought I was a native of Tyrion for the longest time. I fought in the 100 Years' War. Well, sort of. Healed. I was a medic. I saw the atrocities on all sides. In our travels, due to one thing or another, we'll leave it at that for now, I discovered that Rona's not my real name, not my birth name. My birth name is Anora Vimiar.
Vimiar.
I was some lost princess, I guess. There was a coup staged against my parents, my family, my mother specifically. My aunt ruled for the longest time. She's probably who you're most familiar with. And we took the throne back from her not too long ago. And have kept that quiet since then.
When I sent my dire bear scouts to retrieve you, we retrieved a queen.
You did.
Sensitive information, yeah.
Very.
What do you plan to do? Aren't you not supposed to speak to the Emperor soon?
We are.
Ah. What will you tell him?
Nothing until we have to.
That pet of his is asking around. Very nosy.
Thundermane, we know.
Who was saying something? Was that you, Hector?
Yeah, it's not important.
Oh, go ahead if you want to.
No, I was just reaffirming Rona was all. All I was. Just like a pipe man.
I got you.
Yeah.
Circius is keeping time though. Like, is he still good on time?
Time for what?
Time for his meeting with his brother.
Meeting?
Oh,
He's
it's getting
Doesn't-
probably about 30 minutes.
Hurry up.
Yeah.
Up.
30 minutes until, or 30 minutes like since
After.
we started.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Well, it's about 30
They
minutes
said
since
noon.
like this.
They said
happened.
noon. They're gonna meet, right?
It was
Yeah.
afternoon.
Yeah, the afternoon, and it should still be meeting because all we really did that day was go and spy on those people. So
Yeah, no, you're fine.
Circius said, and I quote verbatim, "We will meet when the sun sets on your end, you will teleport to
Oh,
Tower
so like,
of Yore.
oh, the
still
actual
have,
like
like, holiday.
sunset. Oh yeah, you're fine. You're fine. For some
okay.
reason, I thought it was like, you know. Anyways, anyway, continuing. Put me in a very tough place.
And that is my most sincere apologies, but you must understand I am in one as well.
I mean,
He looks to Velzan, eyes him specifically. And he is?
He is
A cohort of sorts?
his name is Velzan, Eso.
Oh!
Whose father is dead. Did I hear that right?
Yes. I ended my father's life not 10 minutes ago. In the name of Queen Vemion, who now rules not only over north of the Black Sands, which are no longer the Black Sands, mind you, because of her, but also the south. All of Carverant belongs to you now. I feel like he's searching for a reason. He can't find one. He looks to you, Hector. Come on!
Please, just let me have this.
We can't have them here. At least not now. Ah.
I will not impose upon your hospitality longer than is necessary.
We're actually just flying you to tell you that we were leaving. We solved your problem in the north. We're going to head back to where we need to be.
What happened?
The children are starving due to an issue with the weather. So, long story. Driver Saren's dead. Their god is cleansed. And I'm taking their people as my own.
Oh! So what really happened?
They're attacking your lands because they are starving. Their crops failed. I promised them a home in Alvaron. I'm going to send a contingent of troops to guide them through without damaging any more of your property. And you will never see them again.
Excellent! Good riddance, too. You can have all them. I don't care for them. Anyways, as for you hoplites, the rest of you, you need to go.
Yes, I have plans to make.
Velzan speaks up. We can just go back the way we came from. We have what we need to be able to cave in the tunnels. Should you want that.
I think that's best.
Once we crossed the Black Mountains into Carverant, there was quite the foundry of, well, you know, you've seen them all. We destroyed it. We destroyed everything but our way back. We'll return to Carverant, seal off this access. And we will wait for you. Bartholomew is eager to hear from you. Wants to know how the Rose is doing. Anyways,
I'll check in. Thank you.
Ezekiel steps forth. One more thing, Hoplites. Have you seen my bard?
Thought it was
You
you.
talked to him at a bar a couple months ago.
Uh,
He wanted to sit down with all of us and get our story. It's weird.
oh, well, when you left Vemior, he went after you. I haven't seen him since.
We haven't either.
Great.
Guess they never caught up.
Oh boy. Benjamin Quill. Hope he's okay.
Whoever's gonna write your stories, Ezekiel.
He doesn't do well on his own. Anyways,
Did we look for him?
I don't know. Maybe he'll find you. But you just went to go to the north and fight off some crazy enemies, so he's either right behind you or, well,
Way behind us.
yeah.
We have a bad habit of teleporting a lot, so if he's on
Great.
foot, that's
Anyways, Rona, if you would like, I could stay here. The Golden Lions and their company could remain. And Velzan
no,
says,
we need to head back too.
when are we going to help you, Hector?
As soon as I can convince the Emperor you're not a threat.
If you can't, let me know. I'm fine with peace, but I never really liked the Emperor anyways. So anyways, we'll start that. Goodbye, Rona. My queen. Anora.
Thank you, Velzan, for everything. And you too, Ezekiel, and your golden lions.
Of course. And thank you, Hector. So, goodbye.
And I'm gonna turn to Drundal, and they'll be able to leave unhindered. Yes?
You're closing off the tunnel. Yes. I claim victory over the worm. He'll listen to that one.
By all means.
And, yeah. Wormbreaker all over again.
It's poetic.
Okay, well,
But
I do
before it
suppose
spoils,
that,
I take it.
what'd you say?
You should take it and butcher it before it spoils. Might actually be good.
I owe you a fleet of dire bears. Hector. My hand and my son's hand will be at your side. To take back Ironcrest as well. I will send him and a small army to New Ironcrest. We received a letter from Arthur some time ago. I'll send them. They will be fine up there. And when the time comes, I will be there as well. You see, kind of behind him now, all the dire bears are heading back. All that remains is Hammock on his and an empty dire bear that was the king's. Hammock approaches, riding his dire bear, and the dire bear to the left empty. As he comes up, he looks down to you, Rona. No bloodshed. I'm impressed, Father. Huh. There's still much you could learn from me. Like how to listen. Hammock, take the 200 that we just had. We will guide them to New Iron Crest. I will wait. Until the time has come, I will join. Good luck, Hoplites. And good riddance, Coverot! Starts to walk back over to his diary, hops up. Velzan, it's kind of... Dwarves.
Honestly, he's quite hilarious. You should really get to know him when he's drunk.
I bet that's pleasant.
It's lovely.
We'll seal the caves. And you're sure you don't want me staying?
I'm sure.
Hector, you second this?
Why does everything have to be approved by Hector around here? You and Grundle are the worst.
You watch Velzan kind of... I think they might have a little bit of a crush on him.
Oh, I know.
It's obnoxious, actually.
I'm literally right here. I'm right here, Ezekiel. Anyway.
Ezekiel, you have a little, still have a little gunk in your hair. Let me get that for you.
Yes, please, if you don't mind. It was very dark in there. I couldn't see. I just followed the pounding of that heart, and I swung and swung until everything around me was dead. And then I fought.
See,
I fought
this
reaching out for
is why you need
life.
a guard.
I found something, the edge, the hardness, and I knew I must fight. I plunged my fist. It wouldn't break. And to call upon the light. And I was able to break free. And the first face I see when I come out, it looks to you and then looks back over there. Yours, Hector.
Right. Uh-huh.
It is nice to see you.
That's definitely how that
A
happened.
fellow brother that walks in the light. Anyways, Anora,
This man follows with Thunder.
should you need me, call away. Hector, until we meet again. Walks away. Balzan just kind of gives you a pat on the back. Yeah. Do let me know if there's anything. Bartholomew wanted to talk to me when we returned. He said you wouldn't mind, but I told him I'd bring it up to you anyways. He wanted a place for me at your round table.
Yes.
I feel like my voice could help unite the South with you. There are those that still despise the North for what they did during the Civil War, but if I'm there to guide them, maybe I could quell a lot of their thoughts.
We don't just need a voice from the South, we need yours. So yes, without thinking.
I will talk to him when I get back. We will contact you.
Thank you.
Thank you. He goes to give you a hug.
I'll hug him.
And he's... Have you heard from Var?
Yeah. Yeah. He's doing his thing.
Just looks around. I hope he's okay.
He, I think, is better now than he ever was.
Good. McQueen. He walks away. Devmar kind of meets him halfway. Gives you a wave. Turned around. Ezekiel looks back probably 5 times to Hector. And they continue on.
Honestly, Ezekiel, the look is better if you don't look back.
As they go back into the hole which they emerged from.
It has a marvelous stride. So powerful. So commanding. That's a leader of troops right there. That's a prince.
That's a follower of Lathander. Anyways, is it weird that none of them asked where Eldon was? Did they just expect that he died?
I think
Those
they
are
were
heated
busy
moments.
trying
I
not to
don't think
start a war.
They asked about
Yeah.
Var, but they didn't ask about Eldon. I'm pretty sure they just thought he died.
Velzan and
just
Var
going
spent
to-
a long time with one another, dear.
Good. I mean, Velzan's the reason Var's alive. So.
So,
I
anyways,
just wanted to state a fact.
as Drundal is going back, he heads towards the worm. Hammock stays back to talk for just a moment. Just Hammock and you guys know. I did not expect my father to listen to reason, Hector. I'm glad that you Hector snaps your attention as you're looking at Ezekiel walk away.
Oh, you got caught looking.
I thank you. Thank you for convincing my father that the fighting is not the only option. He was waiting for this day for a long time for Kavarat to invade, and he was ready to show the might of Serum. But I'm glad. I thought it would come to a fight between me and him at one point, but you saved my life, Bird. He walks up to Icaros and pets him. Thank you. I'm going to head to New Ironcrest with a fleet of dire bears. Your reward for this quest.
I actually talked to. I went to New Ironcrest myself, and I'm mobilizing the forces around Ironport. So I would head there.
The Iron Port.
That's where we plan on.
Okay.
That's where
I will
we're
head-
rallying for them.
I will head there then. Thank you, Rona. I didn't expect Queen out of this. Thank you, Queen Rona, Queen Anora, Queen.
It's good. It's good. Don't worry about it.
It's a very weird day. Where will you all head next?
We need to go to
I'm
Tower
going
of Yore.
to Tower of Yore. Yes.
No,
Be prepared.
give a
I'll let
shame
you
that-
know, but
Hold on. Tyler, go ahead.
I have some explaining to do to former family member.
All right. And Dylan?
just remember to be prepared. Oh, never mind. We're going to be heading out. Just remember to remind your father I'm going to send a courier to let him know when my troops arrive and when we're going to be leading the children of the north through your lands. Just so you know, I don't want there to be any surprises.
Of course, I will definitely make sure he knows. All right. Give Ashanga my best. H.O.P.L.I.T.E.S. Where's Eldon?
With his wife and new child.
Oh, thank the
God,
gods.
really.
I thought the children of the north got him or something.
No.
It's going to be really bad
Oh,
for
no.
that whole not fighting thing if you came back one member short. But anyways, that's good. I'm glad he's with his family. New child?
Yes.
Busy man. Okay. Best of luck, H.O.P.L.I.T.E.S. Hops back up on his direberry, heads back south to Wormbreaker Castle, and the three of you, are you teleporting here?
No, let's get
Let's
to
go to Yore.
portal.
Okay. So you head with Hammock to be able to use their portal to get to Yore. We'll hop on that in a moment. Back down south. Looking for a place to fight. As you're looking around, you don't find really much of anything. You can't find a good underground place, first of all.
Doesn't have to be underground.
But even as far as it goes for what is legal, there's not really anything going on today. There are matches every now and then, but it seems that it's more it'd be like one specific night of the week or something. There might be something going on. But here, Helgard's surprisingly a lot more tame. Anything else you wish to do?
I will let the party know about everything I found it here, in terms of research about the abyss. Yeah.
You know what? Go ahead. As you guys are walking back, this is when Eldon would go ahead. Message. What would you say?
Hey guys, still alive. First of all, found out a lot of information about the abyss. Also found it an auction that might be worth something for it. We need to speak to what's his name? We gotta talk to old boy that we fought with, the one with the guns. We gotta talk to him and see if they know a portal to the abyss, because keys are hard to come by apparently. The auction's in Amaranth every other weekend. Something about a Crown of Madness. Might be worth something looking into.
You guys are free to talk to each other. You have the bracelets.
Okay.
You talking
Hold on.
about
By the way,
Eamon?
I talked to.
Go ahead, Dylan.
I'm sorry.
You good?
No, it's okay. It's just that lag. It's okay. Go ahead, Dylan.
While you're in Kymaticus, I set up the ransom for the dragon to be collected there. You wouldn't mind picking it up.
Do you want me to have it sent to New Ironcrest? Or what do you want me to do with it?
At least my portion, that's fine. The rest of it is whatever you want to.
Are you talking about Eamon? When you talk to Eamon?
Yes, that guy. Thank you. I didn't really talk to him much when we had our time there.
We need to talk to Eamon about a tuning fork to get to the abyss?
No, more a portal to the abyss. His little section, what I remember of, he told me. We have to talk to his captain. They might know something to get us there.
Oh.
Because tuning forks are hard to come by. Also, Armanaloz is in jail for crimes against himself, ethically. I don't know. It's a whole long thing. There's a newspaper about it. Also, we made the newspaper about, somewhat made the newspaper. They don't really know it was us, but I'm trying to get the word spread around.
What did we make the newspaper over?
By killing Jaivasaran.
Oh,
Yeah, they saw a big old sky dude, but they're like, man, these are tiny figures. They even have it a picture. Painting thing. It was really weird.
Not Archon
good.
Vale.
huh.
Wow.
Yep.
Was he was he like Ennius? Was he a gnome too? Like what's the deal? Is he human? Gnome? What are we dealing with?
He is a humanoid. He has the regular shape of a human.
He is human.
Noid.
Wasn't paying.
I wasn't there to figure out what race he was.
He is human.
I wasn't looking at his ears.
He has the shape of an oid.
The shape of an oid.
Could have been a tall gnome for all I know. I don't know. I don't pay attention. I don't judge people by their race.
Archon Vale is human.
A gnome with gigantism.
All right.
I actually. He seems like a good man. A lot more strict than Ennius was. I asked him to actually talk to Ennius. I asked him where Gratis was, which he also has no idea.
Good to know. Figured out Radiant is really good in the Abyss against the demons. Also, Baphomet is apparently the most powerful, well, one of the most, if not the most powerful demon lord there is in the Abyss. Also, it goes on infinitely because chaos is forever ongoing. So we got to watch out where we go. We might just walk further down, I guess.
Don't worry, as long as I'm in there, we'll make it an easy path to get to me.
Well, it is an abyss, and it's a maze, so it's endless.
You would have learned in that book as well. Like, Baphomet controls a very prominent part of the Abyss, but other demon lords control other parts. If you're in a part controlled by another, that other demon lord will not have power there. So they're oddly connected. You're not sure how. It's too chaotic to be able to document an actual method of transportation through the Abyss. And yes, through the reading as well, you will learn tuning forks is the best way to do it. Other than that, it's unknown.
Too bad it's rare, and the portals might be the best way.
So,
Oh, I also found this really cool magic shop in Cane Allegard. It's a mom and pop shop. They're really cool. They're actually really big fans of us. It's really weird.
I'm not even big fans of us all the time.
Also got some supplies for us, healing potions, the experimental tech too. It's gonna be fun.
all right. So,
Talking about experimental, hold on. I actually learned how to work the star metal. If you're interested, I can enhance whatever you want.
Definitely. I've got my father also setting up a meeting with Kane Zoltesh and Kane Damesh for you, Hector, so that way you can pull a little bit more troops.
All right. No,
I'll let you know.
Meet them.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'll let you know when the meeting is about to be ready. I've also got the mom and pop shop working on some stuff for me, so after that's done, we can really start working our star metal together. Also, Circius, what does your armor do? You figured that one out yet? Because that's some really cool looking armor.
No idea. That one's still a little sore subject for me since I lost my soul with it, but I'll figure it out eventually.
someone bumps into you, Eldon. And it's on your face. Wilhelm.
Oh.
Hmm.
Hey, watch me. Hey,
he
Wilhelm.
is covered completely head to toe, has a very large brim hat, has to keep the sunlight off his skin. As he bumps into you, he looks to you, he has kind of round-shaped sunglasses on.
Watch me. Oh. Hey, Wilhelm. And it's like the bracelet's still on. Forgot to turn it off. Man, I didn't expect to see you. Actually, I need to talk to you about some stuff.
Well, no. That's the last time we heard.
Hey, watch it. Hey, Wilhelm.
As he kind of looks to you. What are you doing here?
What do you mean this is where I live normally? What are you doing here?
Where is everyone else?
Everyone else is up north dealing with some issues.
You're not a H.O.P.L.I.T.E anymore.
No, I'm still a hoplite. Getting my father to help pull some weight with connections. We're also meeting with the Emperor soon. They're handling some issues so more troops can be gathered. Also, we killed Jiva Saren. That was a whole big scary issue. There's a whole lot of stuff we got to catch up on. Do you drink coffee?
I need to head to the library and collect a couple of books that I'm returning back to Cane Umbra.
Actually, just came from there. We can make a trip together, walk and talk. The Abyss is the subject today.
Excellent.
Yes.
I presume over your friend.
Mm-hmm.
How fares his horns?
Gone. Baphomet managed to get a piece taken of it. It's still all open, so everyone's just hearing this conversation. Yeah, horns are gone. Torm's really embraced him. He's embraced Torm.
You all just hear this in your head. You can tell him to shut up if you want to.
He died, but I don't know. He's been really weird lately. All I know is we still have to go to the Abyss for something. So I think it's for him again. I don't know.
So she's just gonna take the bracelet off and
You're walking with him. You guys walk to the library. Eventually, you do realize, oh, I still have the bracelet on. You stop. So, with you heading to this library, what else do you want
But he
to
was
talk
doing it
to
on
Will?
purpose. I honestly thought you were doing it because I don't think Wilhelm might jump me, so I'm gonna leave my bracelet on so they can hear what happens.
Well, Eldon was in the middle of talking, got bumped, forgot to turn his phone off, and went to go, watch where you're going. Oh, hey, Wilhelm. And he's
Okay.
just he's holding on to it the entire time on accident. If I get jumped and lose, man, it's a really rough day.
It's like Eldon. It's like Eldon, turn it off.
What? How do I do that?
Where's
Where is it?
Oh. But you continue. You walk with you walk with sorry, hold on. You walk with Wilhelm to the library again.
Yeah.
What do you wish to talk to him about?
I'll give him the brief lowdown on. I think we're going back for Circius's soul. I thought it was fixed, but it's been really weird lately. He stopped glowing and he's been really withdrawn.
Well, has anything happened recently?
Well, he died during the Sarin fight,
That'll do it.
and he got a whole new set of armor. Looks really nice, but he won't tell me what it does. So I think he's a little shy about it.
No.
Oh
Well.
I mean, if you're not busy, we could really use some help with that situation.
With what?
Making that trip down there to get it back.
To the abyss.
Yes, to the Endless Maze specifically.
Hold on.
I know it's a
I
big...
forgot. Ask Wilhelm. He was supposed to look up that magic spell and able to free the abomination. Did he ever figure out what it was?
Oh, Hector wants me to ask you if you ever figured out the spell to help free his abomination thing.
I'm still working on it. I found some sources, and there is a specific book I'm looking for, and I just can't seem to locate it.
What's the book you're looking for? I'll keep an eye out if I can.
Trust me, it wouldn't be in a library. But if you see any book, and the author, if the author's last name starts with a Z, just keep it. And let me know. Sound okay?
Works for me.
Okay. But do let him know I'm still working on it. I felt like I've gotten close, but nothing as of yet. Anyways, here we are. Walks into the library with you. Walks into the library and walks up to the front desk, talks to a lady there, and he waits for a couple of books.
So how are you doing? You doing all right?
Yes, fine. Just I hate day trips, and I have to do it every now and then.
I remember.
The Cane Umbra Library stays open 24/7, but whenever I have to go to another library to retrieve books or drop books off, it is usually during the day, and I feel sick during the day. I do not like it.
Yeah.
Anyways. So.
I know it's a big ask, but I was doing the research and it said Radiant's really good, and I know you have a power and belief.
A little
around
bit,
you.
yes. Mine's a little bit special, but I also have a certain life I'm trying not to lose at this moment.
I know. That's why I thought to ask now and not hit you up right before we left and make you feel pressured.
I promise you that majority of my skill comes from my intelligence, my learning, my knowledge. I won't be as helpful as you think I'll be there. The radiant energy you speak of, yes, could be helpful. But unfortunately, that is not my strong suit.
I also just had my second kid. Just born a
Really?
couple.
Wow. Excellent.
Yeah, he's a little small one.
You see the librarian come back up. I found these two. I'm still looking for the other two. Please just bear with me. One of them is... I can't find it. She goes back. All right.
What was the book you were looking for?
It's a book about demonology.
Oh, here you go. And I'll just pull it out the bag.
Are you stealing from a library, Eldon?
No, I'm borrowing.
Did you pay for it?
Not yet.
Did you notify them?
Not yet.
That's theft, Eldon.
No, I plan to return it eventually. It's theft is never returning.
Why do you have that?
This is what I did my research on. Like I said, we're going to the abyss, and I had a bit of free time about me.
I understand, but why keep it?
Because it had a secret in it. And I'll flip open to the Crown of Madness page, and I'll just... Yeah. This was hidden away in it.
Who is F?
I don't know. That's the issue. That's why I'm going to do some more research throughout this.
You know you
little
can check
downtime.
these out.
Yes, I know, but
There's a list of those that have checked it out in the past.
yeah, I know how a library works well.
He flips to the front and he looks at it. Someone named Finn. Matches your description. Last name Lux. Why is Finn Lux writing in a book that does not belong to him?
Well, seems to be an auction of sorts.
Librarian comes back. I found one of them, but you found it. Yes, thank you. And he just kind of, without looking at her, just takes it. Good day. And he walks towards the exit. If F is Finn Lux, then he took this book out from here. The message was to maybe someone, I don't know. However, you look like someone that deals with artifacts from the Abyss.
I deal with artifacts from everywhere.
Where do you wish to go, Eldon? Do you wish to go to a country over, to Ilamsara, or do you wish to go to the Abyss?
Well, actually, they're meeting me here soon because it's every other weekend, and I don't know if it's the other weekend.
Finn Lux would know.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, if we're making a quick day trip, I'll just poof the sword into my hand.
We're not going to kill Eldon.
Yeah, no, but listen, anybody could want a piece of the H.O.P.L.I.T.E out here.
Is this what fame has done to you?
No, I've just always been a paranoid man.
Right. May I borrow your bracelet, briefly? Thank you. Puts it on. Hoplites, can you hear me? This is Wilhelm.
Yes?
Oh, Wilhelm.
Eldon is currently looking through, trying to do as much research as he can to discover what he can about the Abyss. He found a book. On the inside is a message talking about a artifact, Crown of Madness. This is all suffice to say. Does anyone know a Finn Lux?
Not that I know of.
Very well. Good luck, Hoplites. Takes it off. Hands it back to you. Finn Lux took this out of this library. Good chance he lives in the city. Mr. Noble, good luck on finding that out. On the other hand, he puts his hat back on. Big brim.
Was he a little
Glasses.
smoky? What do you...
No, it's just,
Oh.
sunlight disadvantage and all that stuff.
Well, I didn't know if he'd be a little
So he
smoky
doesn't
with
burn
the-
away.
Well, I didn't know his hat was off. It'd just be
He
like...
would not make day trips if he burned away.
Wow, man. Bacon.
But he grabs, he's got his books. I do need that one, though.
Oh, no problem. And I'll just hand it to him.
Thank you. Knowing you wrote it down already, didn't you?
Yeah. Sadly. Never hurts to have the source material, though.
Good luck.
And good luck to you.
He heads out. And heading back to most likely the capital or the city center where he may be teleported in. So. Hold on. Your vacation has turned a little bit into a manhunt.
That's how it always ends, doesn't it?
But meanwhile, back up north, Or, yeah, way back up north. You three. Wilhelm just talked to you. You are almost, you're pretty much inside the Wormbreaker Castle right now, heading back to that teleportation circle. What do you guys talk about before you teleport away to the Tower of Yore?
Should we let Ashenga know we're coming?
I don't know. Would it really be too bad if we just pop in?
I'll let him know we're coming. I'll send a
If you're
message to
letting him know
Ashenga.
All right, go ahead. You send a message to... go ahead, Tyler.
I was gonna say, tell him King Alistair Dradell will be making an appearance as well.
All right.
Teleporting in to meet King Drydell. He should arrive near sunset.
Looking forward to seeing you.
That's it.
You guys head back in, up to the teleportation circle. Within moments, you are back in the Tower of Yore, Eye of Yore. Before you is Shank, wearing similar garb as before, a little bit of comfort attire. Welcome back, Hoplites. Looking a lot healthier, obviously. So, we have a meeting soon, yes?
Circius does, yes.
We do.
Why don't you come and update me on everything that happened in Serum? So we can get a better idea of what our nation is looking like come time for this meeting with the Emperor.
Of course.
We'll do it over tea, if you would like.
Sounds great.
Hector?
Make it brief, though. I need to get to New Iron Crest before them. But sometime today.
Can you say that one more time? The first half you cut out.
Right. There are some things we need to go over, but I'd like it to make it brief. There always my business in New Ironcrest I'd like to take care of before the end of the day.
Well, I'm sure, Rona, if you would like to stay and brief me. Circius, you have a meeting soon. If you need to, Hector, you can go there now if
Right.
you'd like.
And we'll see you all soon then.
Rona, come. New Ironcrest. He kind of looks to a couple of guards just around him. He looks over to a wizard in this chamber, familiar wizard, Weston von Sprell. New Ironcrest, understood. And Hector,
They say it in
you
a
and
shady
Nick-
way. They say like
No.
New Ironcrest. Wink.
No, he just seems like he could be more, but he's trapped here just being some lowly wizard.
Oh,
Wants to
yeah,
become the
that
most
guy.
powerful mage
Yeah.
ever.
Anyway, so you
His
hop
own
on
side
the teleporter, and you and Icaros, and you are teleported away to that kind of gazebo-like area up in the mountain south of New Ironcrest, just barely south. You see the beautiful look of the valley to the east, southeast. You are back home. So, pick that up in a moment. You and Circius go to speak with Ashanga to catch him up. Eldon,
Yes.
what do you do?
I'm gonna go to the bounty office.
Okay.
Collect my 75,000. Send Hector 75,000 to New Ironcrest. and I'm basically gonna have Rona and Circius's portion sent to the manor.
Well, I thought it was 300,000.
Yeah, 300,000 split 4 ways.
Is
75.
75.
I broke out the calculator for it just to
For
make sure.
some reason in my head, I was just like, yeah, everyone's getting 100K. Okay.
If you
Sorry.
make it 400, that'd be a
That's
lot
fine,
nicer.
too.
That's
I mean,
fine.
hey, if you make it 400,
Nah,
I ain't
we'll
gonna complain.
keep where it's at. Anyways, 75,000.
Yeah. But I will let them know.
75,000 gold?
Yeah, 75,000 gold.
Don't add it to your inventory right now, Tyler. You don't physically have it.
Dang it.
I need to add it to but yeah, I'll send Hector's portion to New Ironcrest. I'll collect mine in whatever way possible. And then I'll notify Rona and Circius that theirs is in the manor, safe and sound. And then I will try to find this Mr. Finn Lux. Is it Finn with 1 N or 2?
2 ends.
Yes, I will try to find this Mr. Lux through popularity. The hoplite Eldon Roland is looking for Mr. Lux out here. See if he's in the city.
How do you do that?
I'm gonna use my sheer raw charisma to go around and ask people questions. I'm gonna go to the bars.
Finn Lux.
I mean, that was literally the first idea, and I was like, no, that wouldn't be the wisest idea I've ever had. But I'm gonna go to like some of the higher end bars, especially if this is like an auction that he's running, higher end taverns, and just kind of have a couple of drinks with people, ask around, see if they know anything. If not, bounce to the next one.
Right. Roll me a general charisma check.
Oh boy.
Are we searching for people or are we bar hopping? That depends on this roll.
I mean, yeah.
He said he wanted to use his charisma and the Hoplite notoriety
good.
to
I
be
was
able to
real-
find this.
I
That
was-
is a charisma check.
I was really hoping
my
to be a
friend.
persuasion check.
I'll let it be persuasion.
Oh, persuasion. Thank you. Goodness gracious. Hold on. 23 with a persuasion.
You go around and you start shouting around. You do this into the night.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Finn Lux!
I ain't shouting.
Finn
I'm
Lux!
going bar hopping.
I know, I
I'm
know.
collecting.
You're going around.
I mean, I
asking.
might if it doesn't work.
Give me an example of how you would go up to some people and ask if they've heard of Finn Lux. How would you do it?
I'm gonna look for people that might have like a little bit of money, that look for a little bit of thrill in their life because they're too rich and they have too much money to know what to do with.
Gotcha. So you're going to
reasonable-
high-end bars right now.
Going to the high end, gonna grab a drink, be like, oh, aren't you just like pulling from the noble connection? Be like, aren't you XYZ? Man, you heard, and it's like sipping. You heard about this auction that's going on out here? I'm looking for the guy because I'm a little interested in collecting. As you heard, I and my party just took down Jiva Saren. We got a little bit more than we know what to do with, and I'm bored.
Okay. So you're going around asking questions. We'll
Yeah.
come back to that.
I was about to get whacked.
Good luck.
Circius and Rona, you are giving an update to Shanga. Hector, you just landed a new Iron Crest. What do you do?
It reminds me. It is like I'll put in the bracelet. And I'll actually shoot a message towards Eldon. Wilhelm mentioned something about Finn Lux. Is there anything else? Any other information you can give me about them, or why we're looking for them?
Don't know Bill, only know the name. He has this crown that seems to be connected to the abyss in some way. Also, Wilhelm said he's really close to finding this spell that you were requested about. Hasn't found it yet. He's looking for this one book that is just hard to find. And if you find any books with the author whose last name is Z, keep it in mind. He's going to want to see it. But no, he seems to have this crown of madness, whatever, and seems to be connected to the abyss in some way. Might be our key. What?
I would make a point. The first person I would go try to find. Actually, I'll go tell Arthur that I'm here, and I'm going to try to find Olaf.
Okay. You head in and you go to the bar first. And as you walk in, throughout the town, it's still looking like it did last time. Looks really good right now. But you do see that there is a little bit of organization going on, essentially, to where supplies are being placed in certain areas, looking like it's ready for travel. You see Arthur on your way in. You do see Arthur kind of walking with a checkbook, or like a list, essentially, and he sees you. Oh, Hector! And he starts to just kind of walk towards you as you're walking on the street. I didn't know you were coming. If I would have known, I would have done so. How are you? What are you doing here? I thought you had business to do.
I do. My business brought me here, actually.
Oh, well, that's good.
Looking. By the way, keep on. Just so you know, keep on the lookout for. There should be an import of about 75,000 gold from somewhere in Rondesh.
Whew. That's a lot. How did you come into that money?
We killed Jivasaran.
Oh.
Have you seen Olaf?
Yeah. You were heading to the bar, it looks like, and you're right on the nose on that one. Yes, you'll find him. Yeah, he's in there. If you need anything from me, just don't hesitate to ask.
Thank you. Thank you.
You head into the bar. Olaf's in there just kind of chatting up with a whole bunch of people. They're laughing, having a good time, and drinking. And as you walk in, Olaf, kind of mid-drink, puts it down. Hector! Ha! What a surprise. Come. Get him an ale or something, please. And you see Keijo is actually behind the bar, just pouring everyone ale.
The water, please. I'm on business.
Oh, come on. Just a little bit.
I had that little bit at that party, and I'm still feeling it. So later.
Yes, yeah, a mug full of water. There. Good to see you,
I have
friend.
a mission for you two.
Oh,
Good to see you too. Sorry about not for pleasantries, but I need the two of you to collect a contingency. Then we can trust people who are trained. I would like 50, but at least 20.
well,
I
stop.
need you to go to Serum.
So, hold on. It's a meeting time now. Everyone out. He watches just a lot of like some random people, some soldiers, some random nobles are actually leaving right now, and all that's left is you, Keijo, and him. Right.
Nothing sensitive, but hope for the best. So, the Children of the North. I don't know how familiar the two of you are with them.
Heard about him.
They're a small village worth of nothing about it.
Small village up.
Judging by their face. Yeah. I just.
It was a 1.
It's just a small village of.
I heard their name
no.
once. Heard their name once. Yeah.
Well, that's not
Yeah.
good.
Thought it was a
North of
meadery.
Serum. Yeah. North of Serum, there's a small tribe of individuals who make a home up there. They did enough to get on the bad side of Thundermane. Not Thundermane, sorry.
Of Wormbreaker.
Yeah. They did enough to get on the bad side of Wormbreaker, and he sent me to get rid of them. So my way of getting rid of them was adopting them to Alvaron.
They're
So
not
I
going to
need
cause
you to
trouble,
take-
are they?
No. The only reason the only trouble they gave Wormbreaker was stealing food because they were starving. That was after thousands of years of being up there.
All right then. Keijo, you're a better woodsman than I am. Keijo just kind of. What would you like me to do, Hector?
Yes. Take a contingency, meet them at the northern border. They'll be ready for you. It'll be them and some cargo I'm waiting for. I just need you
Right.
to guide them through Serum into Alvaron. Let's make it good. They're not gonna be of any harm, and hopefully Wormbreaker won't cause you any trouble. I just need you to put on a good show. Just lead them.
Where shall we take them?
I would say, do we know, is Southern Alvaron still safe, or has their cost spread out any?
Olaf looks to Keijo. It should still be safe.
Is anyone inside Alvaron to bring them? I wouldn't worry about bringing them all the way across the mountains just to here to bring them back inside, so just take them through Torvald's palm and set them somewhere safe so they can survive long enough for us to set them somewhere better.
You got it. That's it, you have to leave now.
I do. Promise Circius I'd be at a meeting with him.
It was nice to see you, friend.
Nice to be back with you all.
Keijo kind of hops over the table or the bar, gives you a good hug with a 2 solid pats at the end, and then Olaf will give you a good shake, a handshake. And then as you're heading back out, you hear Olaf shout, "You can come back in!" And as the nobles and other Alvaronians, new Alvaronians come back in, they kind of give you all just a head nod or recognition of their king. And you head back over and teleport back to the Eye of Yore, where Rona and Circius have just finished up talking to Ashanga, just catching you up on everything. Is there anything specific you want to add that isn't just a recap of everything that's happened?
I don't think so.
All right. So was the Golhonna Worm as huge as everyone said it was?
Yes.
Pretty big.
And it's up in Sarum right now.
Yes.
Dead.
Yes.
That was one of the biggest threats we were worried about during the 100-Year War. If they got the worm and they could just tunnel under the wall, it would do nothing. But
according to all the history books, Wormbreaker felled it.
right. We'll see how he goes to explain that, but I'm going to have to talk with him. Any stories he wants to make up to get the Emperor's ear, they need to make sense. I'm going to fabricate something. I'll let you know what I come up with. But that's all to say if it even matters here in about a week.
It's hard to tell.
I don't know what to expect. I really don't. But hopefully it's nothing too bad. He looks up. Hector's back. And Hector and Icaros are coming back. Walk into the room where you had that meeting forever ago. Three of you are together. And the day has progressed enough to the point where Weston von Skrell approaches. There's the three of you sitting here, talk, chat, whatever. First of all, I'll ask, Hector, is there anything you want to say to the group in Ashanga while they're here?
Nothing in particular.
Okay.
Just nod, say hello, and sit down.
However, I do have to add, though, he would, when you came in and sit down. So it is true that Jiva Saren is dead. By your hands.
It was a little complicated.
And that this giant helped, yes. The Sky Reyes.
Yeah, actually, that's the better story. Is watching the storm giant rip the heart out of an ancient red dragon.
That is insane. I'm glad you're alive, Hoplites. Eldon is just vacationing, right? Still?
That's
Okay.
correct. Yes.
Right.
I'm really dead, and that's just the
Just
polite
making
way
sure.
everyone's putting it. It's just
He seems to be kind of lighthearted, honestly, which is weird for a Shanga. He's always been very pessimistic and just never seemed to be in a good mood. But for right now, in this moment, he actually is a little jovial. So as you guys sit, Eldon, you go throughout the day just trying to sleuth around and find what you can out about Finlux and
Quick note.
Yes.
Is this meeting room we're in? Does it have a view of No Man's Land?
No,
Okay.
does not. This is the same meeting room you were in before.
And I could not remember, which is why I
Sorry.
asked.
Yeah, you are in the center of the castle. The room is magically sealed off as well.
Okay.
But Weston Von Skrell comes up, kind of opens the door. He's here. And he pushes the doors open, and you see what once was the Prince of Kalesh, now the King of Kalesh, Alistair Drydell II. Walk in. He looks to
Circius
all
is
of you.
gonna,
No, go ahead, Tyler.
as soon as he walks in, Circius is gonna stand up and like start walking over there.
As you approach, he
Kinda,
holds out a hand to shake yours.
Circius will not shake his hand, but instead kneel to the ground and bow his head. My king, I'm sorry it's been so long.
Circius, stop. Get up. Get up. You are a brother to me. You know that. I just wish we had more time together, that's all.
I know.
Yes. You wish to speak. I am here. Your new Kaleshi king. Shanga. He kind of nods to Shanga. Shanga nods back. My lord. Hector Stoneborn, king of Alvaron and Rona Thimbley.
Just here.
What she wishes to be.
Just here. Thanks.
Rona Thimbley. Just arrived.
I
Thanks.
exist.
That's all I need.
Alistair walks in. Right. Pulls out a seat, sits down across from where you were sitting, Circius.
Circius will go sit back down, and I'm sorry, brother. I should have came back. I should have, but after what I found out, I didn't know how to. And I'm going to tell you today because I fear for your life, and the reason I reached out is I feared for what would happen, but I don't think he's been caught up on Parallax at all, has he? Like, when was the last time we met with him when we were just setting out?
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Last time, the when we got quested by the Emperor is the last time we have seen this man.
Yeah.
I know. So, do we want to skip all that part and just say I tell him everything about that quest?
What's the matter? You can't ask us. You have to come up with that at time.
Circius has to come up with an answer.
Circius, this is on you.
I ain't even here, so you can't even ask me.
It's on you,
I'm just going to judge you
Circius.
silently, whatever you
Yep.
choose to do.
So, Circius, what do you do?
So I got to give him the whole background? All right.
Tell him what you want him to know.
Alistair, there's a very big war, silent war going on right now between my group and another. This other group is led by a man named Parallax, and he has affected each of us in his own way. we're fighting for what is called Abelium and save another planed world. What he will do will destroy everything as well. And so we're trying to not allow that to happen. But I'm going back to that fact where he has affected all of us, and I found out how he affected me. We have a item that could show us events in our past or in other people's timelines, and I looked for how this parallax affected my life. When I was, I think we said 5 is whenever he killed.
Yeah, you were young.
When I was about 5 years old and you were a boy yourself, this parallax killed King Drydell. And he assumed his role and took over as a lookalike. That's why your father has not been responsive. That's why your father's been ill. It's because this man has been just manifesting another clone of him that can't do much. And I didn't know how to tell you or come back and face this without facing treason for trying to get to the king or attack him and it actually be this enemy. I didn't know how to also face it in case he would find out that we know and would come after you or me or any of my friends. I'm sorry I haven't been back, but that's why. It's been tough to find a way to say this to you. Part of me was just scared to face you.
I understand. I am not actually surprised, Circius. It's been a long time. I've felt that Father has really never been there. When you were 5, I was a little bit older than you, but I remember him, and then one day he changed. I do remember that. And more, slowly and slowly, he ended up just shutting away, gone. I don't know what it is, if it is a clone or I don't know. But I've known for some time that wasn't my father, wasn't our father.
Another part of this is, while he was there, he was holding back my powers until that day that I took
This
down
Parallax
the walls. Yes. That's what caused the collapse of our Capitol building. Is he released my powers as soon as I was able to kill everyone.
A little bit of back and forth happens, mainly questions about Parallax. And Rona's role is never really brought up. Neither is Hector's. It's pretty much just purely on Circius and everything throughout his life. But a little bit of back and forth eventually leads to Alistair Drydell asking, so, why did he do it? Why did he stay? His goal was just to... If his goal was purely just to mess with your powers, then He could have done that in any other fashion, almost any other fashion, but to this day he remains as king. Well, till of yesterday.
Kitty.
So why? Why did he stay? What is his game?
Is there any specific formation he set your ships to? I believe he was using your army for something, but I don't know what it is. Or your navy, sorry, not army.
There were expeditions sent out to Elamsara.
I'm sorry.
That makes sense.
Scouting the aftermath of the falling, the wasteland.
He was either protecting something or looking for something. I don't know what that is yet.
I didn't gain access to what it was until today. But even then, I still have not looked at it, as it's only been a few short hours that I've been king. But I will look into it. I have taken your criminal status off the books, Circius. You are no longer wanted in the kingdom of Kalesh. That does not mean
Thank you.
that does not mean that there are not those that wish to do harm to you, but Cato
Trust me, I
being one of them.
remember very well. I remember very well from him. Trust me, has a lot to do with an ocean. But I would not like to return until I have all of this solved. Until I can
understand.
prove to Cato that I didn't kill his parents, but I did. It's complicated. I also need to help my friends here and move forward with them, but one question I need to ask is, how do we handle the clone or manifestation of our father? We can't leave him be just to possibly spy.
I don't know. As the two of you talk, you
Mm-hmm.
asking questions around. At one point, someone walks up to you. You're at a bar. Some guy comes up to you, kind of to your side, hunches over the bar, but uncomfortably close to you. You know, I should really stop throwing that name around.
I'll just kind of like take a look at the figure.
See, like, closely shaved head, a little bit of a stubble, humanoid. Sorry, everyone's humanoid, but human.
And why is that?
He's wanted by many people for different things. Some want to meet him, some want to use him, some want to kill him. If you're looking for him, I imagine you're one of them.
Oh, of course, I have a lot of money and I'm bored. Heard he's got a couple things he's selling.
You got the wrong idea. Who you're looking for is not an auctioneer. He doesn't hold auctions or anything like that. He's a scavenger. And he's not here. Got something from a while back. He knows how to get to certain places. I don't know how, but he's got a crew. Usually on the ocean, but makes stops back here when he can. He goes to all continents from what he tells me. Lucky son of a bitch, too. But
Why do you want him to? Does he owe you money?
no, if the stories he tells me are true, he's evaded death so many times.
Evading death isn't that much of a compliment. Coming back from death, however, is a greater endeavor.
Luck seems to be on his side. I'll just say that. However, he knows how to get to places. He knows how to get things. I don't know how. He doesn't share all of his secrets, but if you want to meet him, I know where he's at.
And that is?
Not here. He's on the continent of Oxidora. If you want something that you know you won't be able to get yourself, he might be your guy. Best of luck. All the information I can give you. Takes a drink. Thank you. Begins to walk away. Left a gold on the table.
Good to know.
Back at Eye of Yore.
Done.
I don't know. I feel like maybe I was hoping you would have something. If he is an imposter, he needs to be put to death. It's been far too long. His crimes are immeasurable at this point.
Unfortunately, I don't think it can be as easy as just proving it and killing him. It
Why
needs
not?
to be found out.
Found out.
There needs to be some kind of proof to your people that that's what happened and that it's not really your father. And I think that's more to keep everyone safe from him just lashing out on everyone there. If he knows that I told you, I'm scared for what he will do to you and the rest of the people of Kailash.
Will you come with me? Come with me. I
All right.
implore you and you, Hector, if you would, and Rona, is it? Hoplites, heard of you. Please, if you could come with me, if this imposter is as powerful as you say, I don't want any trouble. Okay?
Together, Eldon.
That's a yes from me.
Let's say that one more time, Dylan.
All right. That seems like the best plan of action. We get a hold of Eldon and rendezvous with him, and then we can all go to Kailash.
All right.
And we can then head east.
Okay. Talk to your other member, I guess. He just seems stressed out. He stands up. He just doesn't really know what to do.
Can I just go over? I'm just gonna like do that straight arm to shoulder thing to him, and then bring him in for the hug.
Yeah, I know. He puts an arm around you and still have a lot of ground to cover.
I'm sorry, brother.
It's all right.
I'm so sorry.
Nice to meet you. Please reach out to Eldon. What's it? And I'd like you all to accompany me to do this thing. Feels kind of crazy saying it out loud. It's kind of paces around. It seems uncomfortable with the fact that he might confront this thing that's kind of been there all his life.
Yeah. When would you want to do this?
Now.
Okay. Dylan, I thought you were about to go say something.
Thought about it, and I decided against it. you caught me mid never mind.
Do I really?
Do we need Eldon for this? Or could we leave him to his studies? I feel like that's helping a lot.
Last time Parallax was an issue, I specifically told him if we're going to go after anything Parallax related, we do it as a team. I am not a hypocrite. And then he's going to reach up to the bracelet and say, Eldon, we need you back to the Tower of Yore. It's a Parallax situation. Operation Broken Clock.
Operation Broken Clock. You are you're sitting at that bar contemplating what this guy just said as he walked away, and that's when you hear Hector. And what do you do?
You gotta be kidding me. I just found out our lucky break. He's not here. You said broken clock? Crap. All right. Give me like maybe 20 minutes. I gotta find something. And I'm gonna.
We have 18.
What do you do, Eldon?
Down the drink, pay the bill. Gonna rush back to the manor. As I'm running, I'm gonna click my heels and just take off.
Oh yeah, because you have the flying thing. Whee! The way it works is the bottom of your feet essentially have like this just glow to it. It's not so much as a float as it feels like they are projecting like you upwards.
I gotcha.
It feels like a kind of like a real, almost like a rocket boot type deal. But no sign of any engine or anything like that. But yeah, you take off and where are you heading?
Going back to the manor.
Okay.
Gonna see if Dad's got just a backup suit of armor on display or whatever that I need to borrow for a bit while my other one's being serviced.
Oh, it is being serviced, isn't it?
They were making you a new set of armor so you wouldn't be without armor.
Oh yeah, that's exactly it.
Oh crap! I forgot about that.
I
My
came
bad.
up with that. Thank you, Cassie, for reminding me. It's almost like I knew something was gonna happen.
That's
Right.
Crazy how that works, isn't it?
Is it in the shop?
All right, you suit up. You suit up. What next? Say goodbye to Bethany, your dad, your baby.
Give him all the love and kisses, just in
Baby.
case. You never know.
All
You
right.
never know with how our
You
line
don't
of
kiss
work
the
goes.
baby, you're gonna give it an affection.
Nah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna kiss the baby, big old kiss, and then bust on into the teleport chamber. And be like, "Take me to Tower Yore right now."
Did your dad's place have a teleport chamber?
No, we hired a mage every time, but I figured I'd just bust into a teleporty place because I have that script, the writ of teleportation.
You head to like the actual like kind of city center, Isle Guard.
Yeah,
Head in there.
take me to Yore.
We all leader.
Roll me a dexterity check.
14.
14.
Fantastic.
In 17 and a half minutes, he arrives at the Tower of Yore.
Just comes like
You're early.
skinning in on the
Don't
boots.
do that again.
Wait, hold on now. You gave me a time limit. So give me 20, you said give you 18.
Gave you an exact time. I said 18, not 17:30.
Oh, sorry. I'll make sure to wait an extra 30 seconds next time it matters. Listen, I heard Parallax. I kind of rushed it. Also, check out my new boots, and I'm like gonna start showing them off a little bit. Like, oh,
As Eldon showing his
Those are
boots
some
off.
nice boots.
Rona.
Hmm.
You hear kind of in your head a message. Is it working? Can you hear me, Rona? This is Bartholomew.
Yes, it's working. I can definitely hear you.
Excellent. Well, good to know that works. I'll let you know when something else happens. We're working on stuff. You will hear from me rather shortly.
Is everything going well?
Splendid, absolutely splendid. So, how are you? Great. Contact you when I know I jumped the gun. I'm sorry, but something is coming. Don't worry. A certain someone of your friends will be soon on the round table. I want it to be a surprise.
You should probably know Rosa's back.
Oh. Well, she's not here. Not that I've
yet.
seen. Right. Where is she?
She's in the company of a pretty bad guy. Brought back from the dead. Tiefling, it seems. She made some sort of deal with the devil. Or demon. Or something worse. I don't know. But just be on the lookout, I guess.
On the lookout. That trumped my news, but I will talk to you later.
Thanks.
Does it just end?
Eventually, you could just stop talking and it would be done. Yes.
They gave me this and that's all you hear. And then you see, he's working with something and then he doesn't know how to do it well.
It's funny.
But you hear that, and then... Is everyone ready to go?
Guess so.
before
Yeah.
we go, I will distribute some of these healing potions I produced for the group.
Okay.
Basically everyone but Rona will get two. She's got her own foundation out here. Say, the both of you get 2 greater healing potions.
Drink them immediately.
What?
Drink them immediately.
Oh, I hate you. I thought he said I don't need them, and I was like, "Shut up, Mister." I went
You
down.
get them, you're like, oh, thank God. And just...
Man, they ain't give me no
I'm so
water.
Thirsty.
They ain't give me no water in this place.
All right.
Greater?
Yeah, greater
I
healing
already
potions.
forgot what
Yeah.
type they were. Okay.
Greater?
All right, you said that, and I immediately
Where
forgot.
do I keep putting
His
this?
gulps are just the loudest ever. You start walking
What's
away,
that?
you hear gulp, gulp.
What's greater again?
The greater healing potion is 44 plus 4.
Add 2
I'm trying to
backpack.
figure out where he keeps sending these scrolls because I keep adding them, and it's like, no, thank you.
All
I
right.
add them to my backpack, immediately crash D&D Beyond.
I'm glad to know, like, mine isn't the only one that's struggling out here today.
So, anyways,
Oh yeah, mine does too.
you all make your way. Teleportation chamber west on Von Skrell is there. There's Shanga next to him as they're about to see you off. You, Eldon, Circius, and Hector, along with Alistair Drydell, begin to take off. And Rona, Eldon, and Hector, you all teleport to a kingdom you have never been to before.
I've been here before.
When?
In my backstory.
Not Kalesh.
2.
Marfell.
Ah, crap. I thought it was the same thing.
Not Kalesh.
Been here.
My bad.
We've been off the coast
Yeah.
in the ocean. Like in the ocean.
Yeah, the closest you got to
We don't like-
Kalesh was in the ocean. But Circius, you have not been here for a while, about 2 years now. And as you arrive, 2 knights guard the entryway into this chamber where the teleportation circle is at for Kalesh. Alistair Drydell begins to lead you and the hoplites out and upwards towards the king's chambers. And while you are making your way up, there's a little bit of a somber kind of feeling to everything going on. It seems like even the knights are just like kind of staying back. Whenever you see a city guard or a Kalesh soldier or anything like that, it's quiet and they're out of the way. But you see them around everywhere as you're heading up to go face your decoy dad. And
That's another dad for the list.
you make your way through an old castle that you remember very well. You pass by the training courtyard where the accident happened. It has been since rebuilt, and it looks good. In fact, as you pass, it is later in the day, but you do see a good number of wizards practicing some of their craft, the actual spellcasting part of it. And as you continue forward with Alistair, you head back inside, walk through the castle halls, to a hallway that tees off with a big door, a door that you remember. This is King Drydell's, or old King Drydell's, quarters, his actual room. Alistair walks up to it, holds his hands on the door as he's about to push open. Are you ready, Circius?
Yes, I'll ever be.
We watch him pull out a scroll from a satchel off on the side. This is going to reveal who he is. And he pushes the doors open. He walks in, and that's where we're going to end this session. So you'll pick back up next week and see what happens to your decoy father.
Decoy
And-
dad.
Decoy dad. And so yeah, thank you so much, Traveler, for watching. We hope you enjoyed your time here. We did. It was a long one, though. But we will find out what happens next time on Kymaticus. So stay safe out there, Traveler, and remember to keep moving forward. Goodbye.